with a 33.3.
Hey guys, Chris Superfast RC, and today we're taking another look at the RC8B3.2E. So I've done a review of this car already. That review was a basher home track kind of review, just initial impressions, and back when COVID was a thing and racing was pretty much non-existent. Now the world's back open, we can live our lives again, and we can get back to racing. So yeah guys, I've been racing this car, and I'm just going to give you my review of it as a racer and what it's got going for it. And now that the B4, the RC8 B4 has been released, the RC8B3.2 to be exact is a considerable bargain on the pre-owned market. So you can pick up a B3 probably less than $300 if you look good, well enough. You can find them. They're in good condition. Racers generally take pretty good care of their stuff. So yeah guys, this car is an absolute bargain if you want to get into RC racing, and you can find one on the used market and get into it. So yeah, what do I think of the RC8 B3.2E as a racer? I think it's a great car. I think there are a couple things I need to touch on just to make you aware of a couple of things you might need to look at, and let's get into it guys. So the build, we've talked about this before. It's a good build if you're building from a kit. At this point in the car's life, you're probably not going to be building from a kit. You're going to be picking this thing up pre-owned, as the kits are pretty much out of stock and they're not making any more of them. So the build is good. Working on the car, it's very self-explanatory. Everything's laid out very well, and it's a good design. So moving on to durability of the car. The car is durable out of the box. There were several revisions on the B3.2, especially considering the arms and the quality of the plastics. Originally, this car came with less fiber reinforced plastic than it should have, and they re-released new arms, new diff cases in a new plastic compound called the HD compound. Basically gives you a much stiffer, more rigid plastic, gives you better quality arms, inserts, diff cases, stuff like that. It's just higher quality, it's more durable, it's not going to break as easy as the original parts on the car do. So if you have any question about the arms that you pick up on a B3, go ahead and replace them. They're cheap. Just grab you a set of arms, the HD arms. I think they're like $15 a set. Swap them on there, freshen up the kit easily by replacing the arms. You can get a new looking buggy by just going through and replacing all your plastics with HD plastics. So HD plastics definitely on the list if you're going to upgrade one of these. So that brings me down to the insert design of the arms. If you're going to go with the HD arms, I don't think you need to worry with the carbon inserts or the G10 inserts. If you've got the HD arms guys, I don't think you're going to have issues with them. If you want to play with flex, you're running on a super hot, super high bite track, yeah, maybe you could go with the G10s or the carbons, but I haven't had a need for it, and I just ran this thing in 104 degree Fahrenheit temperatures and had no issues with the HD plastics. So if that tells you anything, it is what it is. Okay, so here we've got, of course, our design down here. We have our inserts that are on the bottom of the arms. A lot of guys like to use titanium screws. I didn't. I use stainless screws to keep stuff from rusting from the track. You can use kit screws. It's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do with the car, you can. But you want to make sure you get the right size screws. They're pretty short. I think they're like 8mm or 6mm if I remember correctly, the length of the screw. Moving on from there, quality of the chassis. It's Team Associated, guys. It's 7075 aluminum, and it's wearing very well. You can definitely tell this car's seen some race days. Starting to get some wear on the chassis there, but nothing too extreme. Definitely got plenty of life left in it as a race chassis. So good quality. This is the original chassis that comes on the B3.2. No need to upgrade anything there. So, okay guys, let's talk about this body. So this is the Proline Axis body. So the Axis is out for pretty much any platform you want to get it for. It's a low center gravity nitro design, so if you're going to run this in the electric car, you have to use low center of gravity batteries. So, and this is an LCG option. It's been running very well for me. This is from Team Tekin. They're not actually labeled Tekin, but they're brought in by Tekin. It's a low CG 4S packs, 5200. I had a little hitch with these the last race day, and I think it boils down to me not getting my batteries confused. I died in the last A main on the, I had about 10 laps in, and the battery low voltage cut off on me. I think I got my batteries confused, guys. Seriously, I think I did, because one of the battery that I had in the car, I took voltages after the race, and it was like, 3.0 volts. And I had charged up another battery for that particular race, and I didn't bother checking, I guess, when I put the battery in the car, if the voltages were correct. I think this was the fully charged battery. This is the battery I pulled out of the car, and I charged it a little bit just to get the storage mode. Okay, so here's a smoking gun. I haven't touched this battery. I didn't charge it after the race. This was the battery I should have ran in the A main. Guys, I know it sucks. I got them confused. It is what it is. I lost the A main. Make sure you don't confuse your batteries, guys. But it's easy to do when you have two that look exactly the same, right? Yeah, my mistake, and I won't do that again. So if you're going to use the Axis body, though, you got to have an LCG battery. Let's go ahead and pull the body off. Nice body, definitely cool looking. Into the car itself. So right here, I pulled this car off the track, guys. I haven't cleaned it or anything. This is after 2 qualifiers and double A mains, and I TQ'd the qualifiers. So yeah, it is what it is. I took TQ, right? Wasn't able to bring it home, but that's my own stupidity at the end of the day. Motor T8 Gen 2, 1900 kV, pretty standard stuff there. XR8 SCT Pro, ESC, great ESC, lightweight, can handle anything that I need to do with this e-buggy. Protec fan, we've been over this. The fan that comes on the Hobby Wing, not very strong. The Protec fan takes it to the next level. Acts as a heat sink as well, so that's good at being aluminum case. Talking about the car itself, as far as upgrades on the front end, I have Avid bearings in the car. Yeah, that's about it. I do have the universals. I haven't ran them yet. I did run them on one race day, and that was the first time I had taken this car to the track, so I'm not sure if it was just me being rusty or if it was the universals. But it was a little bit aggressive, and I went back and read some of Spencer Rifkin's and Kurt Wanger's advice on the actual setup of the car, and they said on low grip track, basically they're seeing that the CVAs produce more grip in the front. So I said I need more grip, the most grip I can get, so I went ahead and put the CVAs back in the car, and I haven't put the universals back in to test. So shocks, 40 weight front, 35 weight rear. I am running MIP bypass 1 pistons, 6-hole 1.3s. They don't make that for the Associated. They only makes 8-hole 1.2s. Can't talk tonight. But if you want 6-hole 1.3s, buy the Mugen kit. It's a direct fit, guys. So I'm running the blue baffle. Totally changes the way the car handles. Traction goes way up. The time you spend on the ground goes way up. Stability goes way up. You traction roll less. It's a game changer, guys. So the MIP bypass 1, big thumbs up from me. I mean, come on. Adam Drake, Ryan Mayfield use them. It's a no-brainer, guys. Come on. Moving on into the car itself. What else am I running here that's special? I've got my 30G weight in the back. Just helps kind of liven or tame down the rear end. Sway bars. So this car out of the kit comes with a 2.7 rear bar and I believe a 2.4 front. I'm pretty sure it's 2.4 front. Dude, for high bite track, that's perfect. You know, smooth, no issues with traction. Great. 2.7 bar, you'll be fine. On a low bite A scale track where these cars are going to be driven outside, take that 2.7 bar off, throw it in the garbage. You don't want it. I'm actually running, I believe this is a 2.3 or a 2.4 in the back. Let's see. This is a 2.3, and up front I'm running a 2.1 bar. Now I think I'm going to go up to a 2.2 in the front just to give me a little bit more rear traction. But yeah, guys, if you're having trouble with this car being loose in the rear end, go down on your sway bar to at least a 2.4 and you will see a night and day difference. Not even kidding. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Check your sway bars if you're having any issues with traction. Moving on, the center drivetrain's been perfectly fine. I'm starting to see a little bit of wear on the drive pins. Totally normal. Any car is going to do that. Nothing you can do about it there. Servo running an SC1258TG, gold standard of servo for me. It works fine and it's affordable. I run them just fine at A scale, never had an issue. People say they don't have enough torque. Meh. For e-buggy, it's okay. Truggy, yeah, no, it won't work. So that is what it is. Take it for what you will. If you want to run a bigger servo, go for it. Not going to kill me. Center differential, running 7,000 weight oil. Front differential, running 7,000 weight oil. Rear differential, I'm running 3K. Just my driving style, and it is what it is. Most people are running 10-10-7. I'm running 7-7-3. So it is what it is. That's what I do. You do whatever you want. Okay, so let's talk about the LRC low roll center suspension mounts. So these are an optional extra. They're for the rear, and they're going to lower your rear roll center to help with rear grip. Everything around this car, I'm telling you right now, is to help with rear grip. Out of the box, this thing kind of struggles, and the associated cars always have kind of struggled with rear grip. Now the B4 has greatly improved on the rear grip, but as it stands, the B3 had trouble with rear end grip, and it makes the car a little bit nervous to drive, and you know, tail happiness is never good, right? Especially when you're trying to win races. So if you do with this thing, it's going to lower your roll center down, and it's going to help with the rear grip. I'm not running the optional hubs. They make a optional hub, aluminum hub, where you can get a different, I think it's like an outer hole on your camber link. It'll help with rear traction as well. I haven't gone that route yet. I don't think I'm going to. I have this car pretty much dialed where I need it, so I'm not going to worry with that. See, anything else I need to tell you about? Oh, I'm running the carbon towers up front purely as a weight saving measure. In the rear, I'm running it for a flex. It increases flex, which will increase your traction in the rear. So, and you don't really have to worry about durability of those in the rear. Front, people do worry about smashing a tower, but you know, I've had carbon towers on my e-buggies for years. Never had an issue with them. So yeah, I run the carbon towers. You do what you want to do. Anything else I need to tell you about the actual chassis side of the car? Let's see. I did tell you I'm running Avid bearings all throughout. I got rid of the associated bearings. I don't know, guys. Setup wise, yeah, I'm running the outer holes on all my lower shocks and the middle hole on all the shock towers. And I'm running 25mm ride height front, 26 rear, just how I like it. Oh, also in the rear, I'm running the F2I wing from J Concepts and some Avid Triad wing buttons. So, guys, the B3.2E is a great car. If you can find one and you're getting into e-buggy and you want to go with associated, find one on the used market. $300, $350. You can buy these brand new. Some people are selling kits, unbuilt kits for $350, guys. If you can grab one of those, you can save half what you're going to get into a B4 for. B4s are, you know, $650, $700. By the time you get electronics in it, you're over $1,000. This, you can be out the door for $600. You can be on the track, which is really, really nice. Oh, I do want to tell you, I am running the short chassis braces. It's another traction thing, guys. The more flex you can get out of this platform within reason is what you want. So short braces, all the pros run them, and is what it is, right? Anything else here? Pivot balls, I'm running steel pivot balls. I'm probably going to go to aluminum tops just to give me a little unsprung weight off the top of the front of the car. The B3 is a little front heavy, so if you can lighten this front end up as much as you can, probably a good thing to do, right? So how have I done with the car? Well, I'm going to show you some footage now of me racing the car the first time. And the first time I took it out, you know, I was running the 2.7 rear bar with the 2.4 front. Had issues with traction, couldn't really get the car hooked up. I was running some Proline buckshots. They were great tires. Shock wheels, I was running kit, which is not optimal for what I was doing at that track, at least. At the track, my home track, it worked great, but at that track, needed some heavier oils, different piston combo. So the second day I went out, I did pretty well. I improved upon everything else. Ran the buckshots again, basically wore the buckshots out, and just tuned the car more, had different sway bar options for the rear, and was able to get TQ in a 1 class, or close to TQ. Third time I went out, this is when everything kind of came together. I had my sway bar set up front with a 2.1, and as you see the 2.3 in the back. Car was totally hooked up, guys. Running the GRP Cubic X compound tires. Super, super sticky, totally glued to the track. Everything just worked out great. TQ'd e-buggy, was going to take the A main, but like I said, I flubbed up. I grabbed the wrong battery. That's on me. I had it in the bag, and I let myself down. But I won't do that again. But yeah, no, I was definitely smoking it with this car. So if you can find one of these on the used market, you're looking to get an e-buggy, you want to run associated, grab a B3.2, guys. You're going to have a great time. The car itself is really durable with the HD plastics and just a few tuning changes, and you can have this thing up there in the A main in no time and have a great time while doing it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. This has been Chris, Super Fast RC. I'm going to show you at the end of this video some footage of me running this car with all the tuning mods done as it sits now. And yeah, guys, enjoy. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
43.5. Andrew calling 113.8. Unknown driver 103.8. Christopher Matt Isaac 43.8. Julio through 44.1. Andrew calling 44.8. Christopher Matt Isaac 44 flat. Unknown driver 56.2. Julio through 49.2. Andrew calling 45.2. Christopher Matt Isaac 41.1.